Alright, you guys, welcome back to Live Sketching with Octopolis. I'm Brian Miller, and today we're going to have a couple of really cool Star Wars sketches. The first one is a Hamilton Boba Fett mashup, so should be a real fun one. You can see Boba is going to be a little on the small side there, so I've already warned the person who sketched this is that we can only do so much detail at that size. But I like the idea of the Hamilton Boba Fett mashup, so I think that'll be a fun one. Thanks for joining us. Let's do this, and thanks for joining us, Ashley, and hopefully we'll have a few more people jump on today. For those of you that are subscribers, our emotes are live today, so you'll see I've already used a couple of them there in the chat. So if you're a subscriber, you can use some of the emotes now depending on what level you've subscribed at. So definitely check those out. And we can have some fun with those. Also, I've got a lot of questions about art supplies recently. I've plugged in the Amazon plugin to the stream, so if you hover over the video, you should get a little pop-up where you can play Star Wars sounds and also see on Amazon all the art supplies that I'm using. So hopefully that proves helpful for everyone who had questions about the art supplies. And that is an affiliate link, so if you do order something from Amazon, I get a few pennies, and I do mean just pennies. Hey, Stephen Demore, thank you for joining us today. So hopefully you like this one. Should be a ton of fun. But we're just going to dive in and get going on this. I hope you guys are doing well today. Hope everybody's staying safe and staying sane and staying on target. It's been a pretty crazy week. It seems like it's really kind of flown by for me. I don't know about for you guys, but I kind of blinked and it was Thursday already, and I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to get everything done? But here we are, having fun, drawing more sketches. That's kind of what it's all about, So should be a good time. I'm gonna see if I can zoom this overhead cam in just a little bit more so you can see a little bit more of the drawing. Hopefully that's a little better. You guys know that I switched my stream setup Tuesday now that we're affiliate, and it's real weird. This new camera software, what it shows me on the cam screen and what it shows me here is a little bit different, so I have to play with the zoom settings. Hey Stephen, I'm really glad that, yes, this is your commission, and I hope your girlfriend loves it. So we'll dive in and get going on this one. Should be a ton of fun. I had fun just kind of working it out in blue line, just trying to get the pose on Boba to be similar to the Hamilton pose. Taking a little bit of liberty. I swapped his gun hand, but I think that's worth it to make it more like the Hamilton pose. And it's just a good idea, so I don't know if that was your idea, Stephen, or if someone planted that in your brain, but whichever is a great idea. So we'll rough it out in pencil first, and then I'll go in. I normally use these brush pens, but this is kind of on the smaller side, so I'll probably do some sort of combination of brush pen and like a fine point repeatograph pen, so we can just try to get a little bit of detail in this character, because I know you don't want him to be just a silhouette, and I think that was the right call. But there will only be so much detail we can cram in there unless I'd hold the paper like right up to my face or something, zoom in and with my blind eyes and try to draw detail. I know some of the people I know who draw sketch cards, a couple of them will use like magnifiers, like loops, illuminated loops, and get in and try to put all kinds of detail in there. And kind of hard to do when live streaming, but we'll do what we can with this one. And it's a great idea, and I think it's going to look great and be fun no matter what. For those of you who are going to stay with us all day, the second sketch today is going to be Darth Vader, so that'll be a good one too. No mashup on that one, just a kick-ass kind of Vader bust kind of pose. And then tomorrow we're going to have a really cool Star Wars Disney mashup, so I won't spoil it, but it's the same couple who had me do the Little Mermaid Boba Fett mashup. So, if that was one of your favorites, then you'll definitely want to join us tomorrow and check out this one that's coming up, because it's going to be a ton of fun too. So this has been a great week for sketches. Just the requests have been really good. Everyone's got great ideas, and it makes it more fun for me, and it makes it more fun for you guys too. Let me know how you're doing this week. Let me know what you guys have been up to. What kind of if you've ventured out into the real world, what kind of craziness you're seeing out there. I've been catching up on some TV shows and stuff, so I'm still watching the Prop Culture show on Disney Plus, and I'm up to the Roger Rabbit episode, so I just started that one. About halfway through it. What a great show! What a great episode! It's so good, and the Roger Rabbit episode so far is really good. They got Kathleen Turner and they got Christopher Lloyd to be on there, and it's nice when they can get some of the actors to come back and talk about the film and reunite them with some of their props, and it's just turned out to be just a really cool show. Much more so than I maybe thought when I first started watching it. Hey, Quinch Press, good to see you there. Is it from one of the mashup suggestions you made? You know what? I'm not sure who made this. It might be one that you came up with. I know they tweaked it. It's almost going to be like a triple mashup tomorrow. So you'll have to wait and see. But it may have been based on one of those. There were so many ideas flowing that day. I can't remember. It was probably one of yours because you had some good ones. Hey there, Evan. Good to see you. Hey, and for you guys that are subscribers, our emotes have been turned on. So depending on the level of subscriber, when you click on the little emoticon icon in the chat box there, you might have to scroll down a little bit, but you'll see one or more Octopolis emoticons or emotes you can use now. So take advantage of those. They're part of your subscription. And I based them all on the little Octopolis octopus, so off to a good start with that. But yeah, Quinch Press, I'm not sure, but tune in tomorrow to see that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you like the mermaid one, you'll like this one too. But right now we're focused on this really cool Hamilton and Boba Fett mashup, and it just doesn't get any more badass than Boba Fett, right? So, and this one is for Stephen Demore, 1977 there. I think he's going to give this one as a gift to his girlfriend, which is pretty thoughtful. I'm always impressed when people are buying sketches for other people. I think that's really special, and makes it a little more personal, has a little bit more meaning. And people like to get, handmade things, so that's nice too. So I'm not quite caught up with my sketches, as you guys probably can tell, but I will be opening the sketch list tomorrow. So if you have had a character that you've been wanting to see me draw, definitely hit me up tomorrow. Any social media is fine, but I definitely respond fastest on Facebook Messenger, just because I seem to get those notifications most quickly. And you guys know me, I'm pretty much open to any characters that I know, so Star Wars, cartoons, Disney, all that kind of stuff, any kind of pop culture stuff. But right now, especially Disney and cartoons, so I'm getting a lot of Star Wars requests, and I love doing them. But if you've got some cartoon or Disney requests, I'm definitely looking to add some more of those to my June list. So, but whatever you want, just hit me up on Messenger and we can discuss the rate and the payment. I've had a couple of people who say they don't use PayPal, and I can do Apple Pay over text now, and my wife has Venmo, so we can do that occasionally. let you pay her. So, we've got lots of different possibilities. Evan says he just watched the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids prop culture. That one was great, wasn't it, Evan? I really enjoyed that one. I just seeing the restoration of the shrink ray, I thought was really cool. And I hope they do more of that kind of thing moving forward in the future. That'd be really cool. And I see that Evan found one of our Octopus emotes, so that's really cool. Thanks for using that. But yeah, the prop culture show has been so good. It's kind of weird to me. The first episode, I don't want to say it was the weakest episode, but it was kind of a little slow. And I know that scared my wife off, and it probably scared a few other people off of the show. But since then, it's kind of come into its own. It's it just seems to get kind of better with every episode. So it's kind of interesting to watch that one progress. So you guys know I don't like covering up the art, but being as how this is kind of on the small side, I'm gonna protect the artwork a little bit here while I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with like my normal brush pen kind of around the perimeter of the character, and then for those inner details we'll use the little repeatograph pen, and that'll help us preserve some more of those details, I think. Oh, I see Quinch Press found the he found the emote too, and thank you for following, really appreciate it. Alice, Star Wars fan, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. If anyone is lurking and they're afraid to get on the chat or whatever, at least give us a follow, and that way you won't miss any of the artwork. My normal streaming days are Tuesdays and Thursdays right now, and then I fill in occasionally on a Wednesday or a Friday if I have extra sketches. So tomorrow is one of those. We will be doing a bonus sketch tomorrow. Like I said, it's a really cool Disney Star Wars mashup, so you won't want to miss that. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who follows, everyone who subscribes. Really, you're helping me bring you guys this free content, so I appreciate it. So we'll just get in here and just gingerly create some of this, some of these shadows and details on Boba Fett here. Nothing like trying to create details out of thin air on Boba Fett. There we go. Starting to come along there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for sure. Everything you do helps. And for those of you that are subscribers, don't miss out on the new sound effects feature. If you hover over the screen, kind of on the right hand side, a little tab should pull out, and there's a way to use the bits to play Star Wars sounds on the stream. So I thought since we do so much Star Wars art, that might be fun. So did any of you guys see the Jedi Temple Challenge trailer that just came out for the new Star Wars kids game show? That's going to have Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar Binks, as the host, and it kind of looks like the old Nickelodeon Double Dare kind of thing. So it looks really cool, and so he's got his own droid, and the kids have to compete in this Jedi Temple Challenge. And I see your question, Evan. I actually don't know the answer to that. But it looks really cool. And what surprised me, though, is that it's not going to premiere on Disney Plus, or at least they're saying it's going to be on YouTube Kids. So I don't know if that means it'll never be on Disney Plus, or if it's exclusive to YouTube Kids for a while and then it'll be on Disney Plus. But I don't know. That seemed like an interesting choice, especially as we were just saying the other day that it'd be nice to see more kids Star Wars programming on Disney Plus. Well, we're going to get more kids Star Wars programming, but it's going to be on YouTube. So regardless, it looks really cool, and I know a lot of a lot of adults are upset that it's for kids only. So maybe we'll have a nicely done. Oh, now see, I'll have to move where the text for the sound effects goes. But now that you've played one, I'll know where to move it to. Thank you. Let's do this. That was pretty funny. I just want to make the stream fun for you guys and let you guys have a good time and make this into our own little community. So it's not just about me and drawing. It's about all of us hanging out and having a good time. Oh, that's a nice emote, little chain that you got going there, Evan. Nice little octopus. You didn't hear it play? Oh, it sounded really good on my end. Uh-oh. Well, now I have to ask if anyone else heard it play. I've got the volume on that set all the way up, I'm pretty sure. By default, I think. Uh-oh, Steven didn't hear it either. That's interesting. Okay, guys, well, I'll look into that. It's brand new. I had the chance to put in the Star Wars Sounds plugin and I did it, but I will find out. It played the audio on my end. That's weird. It's supposed to play directly into the stream, but I'll look into it. This is what I get for being such a Twitch noob, right? As I try to bring all these cool things out for you guys, and then I'm like, I don't know how it works. Alright, well, I'll fix it. So we'll get it fixed for next time. Either for tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. Or I just have to hold my mic up to the speakers. That'd be kind of lame. But yeah, it definitely played through on my end, so we'll get it working. And thank you for that. Let's do this. Alright. This gun's gonna have lots of squirrely little detail. But we'll make it look cool. Yeah, maybe it did just play out on my speakers. That's really weird though. One would assume, which I guess you're never supposed to do, it being from Streamlabs and plugging into their Streamlabs software, that it would just magically work, but that must be too much to ask for. But we'll get it fixed. The animation came up on the screen. I saw that. That was cool. Alright, so just trying to get, like I said, this is a really tiny little Boba Fett, so trying to put some details in there. Once we start filling in the shadows with the markers and stuff, it'll start looking really cool. But I'm curious to know more about this this droid character on the new show, because I forget the actress's name who's playing her, but it's kind of like a gray, plasticky looking, like 3PO style droid. And so I don't know what her role will be on the show, if she's just like a sidekick or if she'll be like some sort of announcer or something. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, any kind of Star Wars stuff, I'm all about it. There we go. Come on, Boba Fett. You're too detailed, buddy. How did the emergency go on Tuesday? It got solved. It was fine. So we were working on some art for DC Comics, some colors for DC Comics, and one of their business partners who had a major release this week, and they kept changing artwork and patches and stuff, and so even though it had technically been done on time and in advance, they ended up having some like crazy emergencies Tuesday, so I had to end the stream a little early, which really kind of sucked, but it comes to the territory. So got the emergency handled, got the files back up to them on time, and as far as I know, everyone's happy. And I don't know if they released the artwork or not, I haven't seen it, but the big product that it was tied to did release, so I'm assuming I will assume that all went well until I hear otherwise. But it's the nature of the beast. I think most of these big companies, especially when they have like tie-ins to other big companies or ties to other big companies, there's just a lot of emergencies because, you know, it's that situation, that scenario where you've got a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and so one person thinks they have the final say, and then the other person, their boss, changes their mind, and so forth and so on. And so there's a lot of last minute craziness on these things, you know. Did I finish the commission I was working on? Yes and no. I need to go back and hey Monique, good to see you there. I need to go back and do some more work with the colored pencil and the fire and stuff, but I got it mostly done. I felt bad because that person signed up for Twitch that day specifically to come and watch, and you guys know me, I love hanging out here with you, and this is where I want to be, so it was really unfortunate. But Christy, who runs the business, oh, thank you, Stephen, appreciate that. You know, she kind of came in here and left me a little note, and she's like, you know, DC needs you right now. She's like, it can't wait till the stream's over. I was like, okay. So took care of it, no problem. DC's happy, their bosses are happy, and that's what it's about. So, you know, but I'll tell you what, guys, now that we're able to have subscribers on here and some of these other perks and stuff, you know, we've got our own little pirate ship going on here on Twitch. So, you know, if we can grow the community to a point where, you know, I don't have to worry so much about stopping everything to deal with some client emergency because, you know, we're taking care of each other. So it's all possible. Hey Monique, I've only been on about 30 minutes, so this first sketch is a Boba Fett Hamilton mashup, so you can kind of see it there. Really good idea. It's for Stephen Demore 1977, who's on here. So he's getting it as a gift for his girlfriend, and yeah, this one's for him. So having fun with that, and then we're going to do a Darth Vader, and then tomorrow we're going to have a really cool Star Wars Disney mashup. So it's been a really good week for sketches. Lots of fun. I mean, I think everything we did on Tuesday turned out really well, and we're having fun with these today, and then we'll have that bonus stream tomorrow with the Star Wars Disney mashup. So just kind of a good week for sketches here. I like your response there, Quench Press, that you thought it was all about your happiness. You know what? That's a good attitude. I think we should take that attitude. That's what this channel is, right? It's all about, you know, the world sort of abandoned us during this crisis, but we found each other. So, you know, we can hang out on the channel and draw together and hang out and have a good time and socialize and have some good times. So I like it. Eternal happiness. Oh, thank you, Monique. Yeah, so Tuesday we did a couple of cool ones on Tuesday as well. So just kind of been a good week for it. But I've only got, after Friday, I think 2 more sketches on my May sketch list, so I'm almost caught up, and so I'm going to open the June list tomorrow. What did we all get? Oh, okay, so if you're a subscriber, we have the emotes now. So in the emoticon icon on the chat message, you should at least see one Octopolis emote that looks like a little octopus with my nerd glasses on. If you're a subscriber, I don't think non-subscribers can see that. I'm not sure. And then we have a sound effects panel that Les Dudas just tried, but apparently it's not playing the audio over the stream yet, so we'll get that fixed before next time. But lots of cool Star Wars sounds. And we've got all of our art supplies connected through with Amazon now. I'm trying to think of some of the other perks. Oh, I know, we're having a contest, guys. I haven't even mentioned it yet. So this is the 50th sketch that I drew last Friday. And this one was not a commission, so I can do anything I want with it, and I want to give it away to you guys. So we're going to have a contest through the month of June. Anyone who subscribes will be entered in the contest, and I will randomly pick one of the subscribers to win this piece of artwork. So if you're not a subscriber, you might want to become one. And yeah, as Les Dudas is saying, that if you connect your Twitch account to Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription, so you can use that for Octopolis. And now I have to say the cheesy phrase that I'm supposed to say. It doesn't cost you a dime to subscribe to Octopolis when you use Amazon Prime. So there you go. I said the cheesy catchphrase, guys. I think Amazon owes me $1 now, and I'll never see it. But yeah, that's some of the stuff we're doing. You know, now that we're affiliate on Prime, on Twitch, we can do some of that stuff. So, you know, I'm just trying to build the channel up. I think in addition to our contest, we're going to try to set some like follower goals so that we can, you know, grow some more and build our community. And I'm paying attention to which one of you guys are here all the time, because we'll probably need some moderators eventually. Also, as Christie's tennis starts back up, I'll probably try a couple of evening streams. I know some people are going back to work and that sort of thing, and not everyone's home all day now like they have been for a while. So we'll try a few evening streams and see how that affects the viewership. So, you know, we hit our 50 follower goal, so we'll make our next goal. We'll say like maybe a total of 75 followers, and then we'll probably have to set like a subscriber goal as well. So I don't want to get too crazy with that one. I was on a friend of mine's stream the other night, and she got like 20 new subscribers in 30 minutes. And I was like, oh gosh, I can only dream of that. But you know, the nice thing is that Twitch has all this system in place to take care of streamers and to take care of you guys who are watching. And so, you know, and a lot of times you don't have to do anything but just be here and watch. And you know, you earn your bit points if you're a subscriber the more you watch, and then you can use those. So I think they've built a really good platform here, and now that I'm learning more about it, I was like, gosh, I can't believe I haven't been on here sooner, because unlike some of the other platforms, they really seem to be making an effort to take care of the creators and the fans on here. Alright, so there's our rough ink outline starting to come together. Hopefully you're liking this one, Steven. And we'll take this black marker and we can start filling in the star and some of the shadows, and then we'll go with our other markers and do the shading. Yeah, this was a good idea, Steven. I think a lot of people are going to be jealous when they see this one. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Well, I don't know what movies and stuff you guys have been watching, but Christy and I finally got to watch Rocket Man, the Elton John movie. That one, let's see if we can do this without making a mess. So that one was on Amazon Prime, and we tried to watch it, I don't know, like a week ago or something, but we couldn't get the the audio description thing to turn off, which was kind of funny. Oops. This rapidograph does not like this ruler at all. I'm gonna have to get one of my stainless steel rulers out. I guess today we'll just freehand it. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Evan. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely come back tomorrow. If you like this one, you'll like tomorrow's too. So good to see you. Oh, you still have to watch that one. You might tonight. Well, actually, you should. I have to say, I don't know what I was expecting, but I like that actor, and I like the production company. You know, the same ones who made, well, they make Wanted and Kick-Ass and a few of those movies, and Kingsman, of course, because it's a lot of the same people. But it was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it, and you were watching a movie called Hustle on Prime, Monique says, and had to Google how to turn off the audio description. Yeah, I had to do the same thing. I don't even know why it came on or how it came on, but I couldn't get it to go off, and I kept thinking it'd be under the, like, I don't know. I mean, it is under the languages. It kind of makes sense, or the audio, but the way it was there was tricky. And now that I've done it once, I could do it a million times, but I shouldn't have had to, you know. But I finally got to watch the movie, and it was very good. And the way they mixed the music and the story together, and it's like nothing I've ever seen. I mean, maybe it's a little bit like a Baz Luhrmann film, but not really. It's got its own vibe, and I was just really impressed. And I also thought that Bryce Dallas Howard plays his mom, and she has like a British accent and has to transform from like young to old and some stuff, and she was really good. She was really good. So yeah, if you haven't seen that one, I highly recommend it. It was I don't, like I said, I don't know. I was expecting, you know what it is, that Queen movie that came out last year. You know, it won all the awards and got all that attention and stuff, and I love Queen, but the movie was just sort of like really vanilla, right? I mean, it was just like this really straightforward telling of the story and the music, and it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, but there wasn't anything like really remarkable about it at all. Whereas the Elton John movie is the exact opposite, is that it's just full of like creative visuals and creative storytelling and interesting actor choices, and just, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, Ashley, you'll dig it for sure. Hey Kevin, good to see you there. Kevin says he's been watching Gargoyles on Disney Plus. Yeah, man, I love that show. I need to go back and watch that. I started watching Gummy Bears on Disney. I remember really liking that cartoon when I was a kid, and it holds up, but it doesn't move as fast as I remember. So maybe I'll go to Gargoyles. That seems like it's probably more my speed. I'm glad to see that Les Dudas and Monique are figuring out all the all the technical stuff together there. Oh, the Adam Sandler film, Uncut Gems. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet either, and I want to. I kind of think it's one that Christy wouldn't like. I usually have a pretty good read on what she likes and doesn't like, and so I'm going to have to find it some night when she's off playing tennis or something to watch that one. And I'm sorry for spinning the art so much, guys, but this star, I need to keep these edges nice and clean, and so this is kind of the best way for me to do it. But once I'm done with that, we should be able to get it oriented back up again and just focus on the character. Yeah, Uncut Gems looks really cool. And Gummy Bears is so cool. I think if you're going to watch Gummy Bears on Disney Plus, here's my suggestion. Just like skip past the first 5 or 6 episodes and start after they've kind of got into their thing. Kevin says he watched the new David Spade movie, The Wrong Missy, on Netflix. You know what? I did too, and I agree with you. It was pretty good. It was better than expected, and it was really interesting to see David Spade play like the straight man. You know, he usually plays the snarky horn dog guy kind of character, and in this he was sort of the opposite. He was like the nice guy, for the most part, and he was really funny and charming. And I thought the cast was really well chosen. The actress who played Missy was fantastic. I mean, obviously she stole every scene she was in, and so for like a dumb Happy Madison film, it was pretty cool. Steven says, I wish Fraggle Rock was coming to Disney Plus instead of Apple TV. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, kudos to Apple for what they're doing with it. They're going to bring it back, and they're getting the back catalog and everything. But yeah, it seems weird. I mean, I'm an Apple fan, but I don't watch Apple TV. I haven't really done anything to draw me in yet, and maybe that would, but it should be on Disney Plus. Exactly, Stephen. How many streaming services are we supposed to have to pay for? I mean, I can do like Netflix and Disney Plus, and we've got the Disney Plus level that comes with Hulu, so that's fine. But now this HBO thing is $15 a month, and I think Apple. I don't know how much Apple Plus is. I haven't done it, but yeah, the whole thing just seems weird to me. All right, so let's grab some gray values, and we'll start doing some shading on Boba Fett here. This is the 60% gray. Hold that up where hopefully you can see it. Yeah, there you go, 60%. So I think I'm just going to use this for like some of the darker values, like the gun and some of the shadow on his head, some of that kind of stuff. And then we'll just work down towards some of the lighter values. We'll just try to get some like faux detail or implied detail here. That's usually the best route to go on these little ones. Steven says it'll be interesting to see how the pandemic affects what kind of original programming they put out. You know what? I agree with that. We were talking about that on Tuesday, and I have a friend, Shannon Denton, who works in animation, and he was basically saying that like all the animation companies are hiring right now, and they're all basically have all these projects that they're just not necessarily trying to get greenlit, but all the different streaming services and companies are basically like, what do you got? They're like, what ideas do you have? And I think they're all looking for that next hit. So what that tells me is regardless of what happens is that we're going to be getting a bunch of animated content, because that's who's in business right now. The movie studios can't really make movies right now, so the animation companies are going to be the ones kind of doing everything for the next little while. So hopefully it means some good stuff, Yeah, Steven says going away from live action. Yeah, I mean, I know they'll want to get back to live action. I'm also like, will this mean more what we call non-scripted television? I mean, like the Disney sing-along thing that came out, or things like singing contest and talent contest, but where people do it from their own home, they film it themselves. It definitely seems like there's more of that kind of thing coming, doesn't it? Ashley says it's Pitch City out there. Yeah, I bet it really kind of seems like that, right? Like, I think any animation studio or any person with any kind of power is just basically like trying to get their thing made right now. Ashley says we need more Alex Hirsch series. Boy, that's the truth. Hell, I would just be happy with a second season of Owl House at this point. I mean, it wasn't as good as Gravity Falls, but it was pretty good. It was definitely, it filled that void a little bit. I was really surprised with the HBO Max announcement this week that the DC app stuff isn't included in that. Seems kind of like a misstep to me. Steven's talking about how Netflix lost Friends to HBO Max and now Mad Men, and kind of what are they going to do? It's disappointing. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the whole landscape on the streaming stuff is changing really fast right now as these big media companies start to consolidate. I mean, for years they've been signing content agreements with Netflix or Hulu and just kicking back and taking the royalties, and now they're like, well, why just take the royalties when we can have the whole pie to ourselves? That seems to be the attitude. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like the Wild West or something in the whole streaming platform service. I mean, Netflix is a juggernaut, but if Stranger Things isn't coming back for a long time now, and some of their other shows, it's like, well, what it is that for a long time they could just rest on their laurels, right? And they could just be like, we have a bunch of programming you've never heard of, but you don't have anyone else to go to, so here it is. Well, that's not true anymore. So Ashley says that Owl House was made by his girlfriend, but he does voices on it. Yeah, I heard his voice on there. He has a deal with Netflix to create stuff, but I haven't heard anything else. Oh, I didn't know about the Netflix thing. Still bummed about Mad Men. I could watch that show over and over, says Steven. Yeah, that's a great show. I love that one. I definitely hear you on that one. All right, let's see. This one was 50. Let's go down to like 30 here. Do a little bit more shading on this guy. Just, again, there's only so much we can do at this size, but just trying to create some like little bits of shading detail and implied detail. Quinch Press says, I have HBO through Hulu. The menu changed from HBO to HBO Max, but I didn't see new content. That's weird. Now, we have it on our Apple TV. Now, not Apple TV Plus, but like the hardware Apple TV. And I noticed that ours hasn't changed over yet. We have the option to subscribe to HBO Max, but our actual HBO Go thing is still what we're signed into. So I don't know if I just need to be patient or if I need to like look it up or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I'm excited that they're going to have some of the content on there that they're having, but it's weird. Even their press release for HBO Max is like, well, this content is coming from Turner Classic Movies, and this content is coming from Cartoon Network, and this content is coming from, some other service that is already available. And I'm like, well, then what's the, if you're on a system where you already have those other services, there's not very much of a draw. And if you're not, it still sucks because they're basically telling you you're not getting everything. We're just going to give you a taste of what's on these other services. And I'm like, if I'm spending the money for HBO Max, I better be getting all of it. That's at least the good thing about what Disney's doing with Disney Plus, is they're basically like, give us your money for Disney Plus and we're going to give you almost everything in our catalog, minus a few specific items that we feel are either like no longer PC or someone else still has the rights to, or whatever. But it's a big catalog. I also think that's where Apple TV Plus is failing, is that they don't really have that back catalog, and I don't see how you can expect people to fork over a bunch of money without it, no matter what kind of hit show they have. If you watch all of that and there's nothing else that you're interested in, why would you keep paying for it, But yeah, Quinch Press, it's supposed to have, Turner Classic Movies and all the HBO original programming and Cartoon Network and, Friends and Mad Men and all kinds of stuff on it. So, all right, take a look at this, Steven, and let me know what you think. Like I said, that's not even the size of the marker, so there's only so much detail I can try to force in there before it just gets kind of crazy looking. But I want to make sure that you're happy and that she's going to be happy. So take a look and let me know if you see anything that needs tweaking. Oh, hey Dutch. Thank you. Thanks for hosting. Appreciate it. Did you see that we went affiliate finally? So that means we've got some cool emotes and other goodies for all of our subscribers now. Oh, there's a place I want to put some in. Ashley says my app is so glitchy. Is that your Twitch app, or are we still talking about HBO? I'm not going to say anything about the stream because I don't want to jinx it. All right, Steven. Well, I don't know if you're there or not, but I think this one's just about done. I think we've got just about everything we can do to this one. Kevin says, I'm going to start streaming some as soon as I can figure out the tech stuff. Oh, good. Good for you, Kevin. Well, when you do, come on here and I'll be sure and shout out everyone to follow you. There's weird, Quinch Press says there's weird things that like Maleficent 2 is on Disney Plus, but some other service still has the rights to Maleficent 1 until October. Yeah, that's really strange. That said, I was mightily impressed with Maleficent 2. It started a little slow, but it just got, once it got going, it got really good, and I thought they did a nice job with the world building to like really ramp it up, from what it was before. All right, I think all we're missing here is a signature. So I'll do that there. All right, guys, there we go. It's our Boba Fett Hamilton mashup. You gotta love it. Oh, and someone was trying to call me even though I had that disabled. Go away. How crazy. All right, guys, we'll hang out for just a minute, and we're going to start our Darth Vader sketch. So we're going to take a 1-minute break here. It's only 1 minute. Oh, hey, thank you, Stephen. It was my pleasure. Thank you, Alice. Thank you guys so much. So we're just going to take a 1-minute break. You're not going to miss anything. If you're a subscriber, you'll just see the screen here. Nothing will change. Some of you might see an advertisement, but again, if you do, don't worry. It's 1 minute. You're not going to miss anything, and we'll come right back, and we will draw Darth Vader. Okay, guys, we are back. Thanks for hanging out today. Really appreciate it. Stephen wants to know about when the videos get uploaded. So about 2 hours after the stream today, a video of just this drawing will get archived onto Twitch, and you'll be able to watch it there. And then on YouTube, videos get released on Mondays and Wednesdays, so I'm not sure where this will fall in the queue, but it will come out on YouTube eventually as well. If you need it by a special date for your girlfriend, let me know and I can make that happen.